Hello everyone, this is Jay from BroGaming TCG, and I'm back with another Road to Worlds. Just a little explanation on why the last video was not, I didn't do any commentary over it. It was because I am moving back home from college, so the uploads are going to be a little bit more spontaneous instead of scheduled, but that is all right. I want to remind everyone that if you are watching this video and haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do that. It helps out the channel a ton. And if you enjoy this video, hit that like button. It definitely helps us out. So today we are matched up against a Diancie EX Tauros GX build. And this game actually kind of spawned a little thought in my head. Virginia Regionals is coming up, and if you are going to attend Virginia Regionals, then I think I want to talk about what decks that I would take to Virginia Regionals and what decks I think will perform well at Virginia Regionals. Now, as you have seen in the past episodes of Road to Worlds, I have been playing Quad Lapras. And why have I been playing so much Quad Lapras and posting so much Quad Lapras on the channel? And basically the reason I have been doing that is because I think Quad Lapras is going to be an excellent deck to be playing. The format for it is very good. The only problem with Quad Lapras, it has a weakness to Decidueye GX. So Decidueye GX Vileplume is going to be the deck of this regional. Right now it's the top of the meta. People struggle with beating it. Mega Rayquaza struggles with beating it. Turbo Darkrai struggles with beating it, even though Turbo Darkrai has topped several times and Decidueye GX has yet to top at any regional. But I think that this regional has a very good chance of Decidueye GX topping. So if there would be any one deck I would recommend taking to the Virginia Regional to give you the best opportunity to compete, would most likely be Decidueye GX. The only problem with Decidueye GX is there is going to be a lot of other people playing that deck there. So if you're not a good person who matches up against mirror matches and struggles with mirror matches, then I would recommend taking a deck that would easily counter Decidueye GX. And what possible deck could that be? Well, I'm pretty sure that the best bet to take to the regionals would be Yavato Garbodor. So Yavato Garbodor is going to be probably your best bet. It is a deck that has seen several top 8s, several championships. It has been a deck that has never let anybody down. Yavato Garbodor is still a good deck, and it's going to shut down Decidueye, especially if you can get the Garbodor out really fast. The other thing that is going to be coming onto the scene is Garbodor Salazzle. Now, Yavato EX and Garbodor, I think, has a little bit more power because of Yavato EX's tankiness next to Salazzle's. So Salazzle is a little bit different because of that. It's definitely going to deal the damage, but it's not going to be able to sustain as much. And if you aren't able to get Decidueye out, then your Salazzles are really going to fall. So if you guys have been looking at the Salazzle Garbodor deck, then I would play test it, but unfortunately, I'm not for sure actually if it's going to be legal for the Virginia Regionals because they are very close to coming up. So I would slide more towards Yavato EX Garbodor. And honestly, if my play preferences, I would probably take Yavato EX Garbodor to the Virginia Regionals. I haven't been playing it very much. I haven't been play testing it, but that was probably be the deck that I most likely took to this regionals just because of how good of a matchup it has against Decidueye GX. And I think there's going to be a lot of Decidueye GX Vileplume decks there. Yavato Garbodor is going to be your best bet. The other deck that I could probably see being a pretty good threat is Gyarados. So the Full Retaliation Gyarados is something that has really good matchups right now. It's not weak to grass, so you have that going for you. It's weak to electric, and it's going to deal a ton of damage. The only problem is that to deal that damage, you're going to need Magikarps. So it's actually going to fall pretty easily to Decidueye GX because all they have to do is have 2 Decidueye GX out in the field, and then it's really easy to pick off those Magikarps, I apologize, just lost the name out of my mind. The Magikarps from the bench. The thing that can counter that is Mr. Mime or Garbodor. So teching in a Garbodor, one Trubbish, one Garbodor line would work, and Mr. Mime's barrier ability would work as well to prevent that Decidueye damage coming onto the bench and taking those Magikarps. So Gyarados actually has some pretty good pretty good matchups, and interesting enough, the Gyarados has placed decently in some really good regionals, the Salt Lake City regionals and the Brazil internationals. It placed well in, but pretty much if you do not get anything set up, it's pretty much an auto loss to Decidueye GX, and there will be a lot of Decidueye GX there. So if you are wanting to play risky, I would play Gyarados. If you are wanting to play smart, I would play Yavato EX Garbodor. So those are the two decks that I would most likely take into the Virginia regionals other than Lapras, and I've kind of saved Quad Lapras for the last. And basically, I didn't talk about Aqua Toolbox, and I have not talked about Quad Lapras because I don't think that Aqua Toolbox is going to be around that much longer. And you guys are going to be like, oh, but Aqua, Water Patch is coming out, and it's going to make Water decks a lot better. Yeah, it will make Water decks a lot better. It's going to make them a ton faster. Plus, we have Max Elixir for Lapras. It's not something that, Lapras is going to be a fast deck, even though it has 3 on it. Plus, Wishy Washy GX is coming out. Slap a freaking Fighting Fury Belt on that, and you're at 290 HP. So there's a tank, and there's a hard hitter, Lapras. So I think that possibly Wishy Washy GX Lapras GX is going to be a threat to be a threat, but it will only be a threat if we have Water Patch. Water Patch is a must-have, and I've been playing Quad Lapras, and I've been playing the Denial Quad Lapras quite a bit. So, and I think it's probably the best bet. And once Wishy Washy GX comes out, I am going to redo my Quad Lapras deck and try it with Wishy Washy GX. So I will definitely be posting some videos on that. And that's really all I have to say, is that I don't think Quad Lapras is good enough yet to compete at a regionals where Decidueye GX is going to be so prominent. And so is Turbo Darkrai. Don't think that Turbo Darkrai isn't going to appear in this regionals, because it totally is. And I would not be surprised if we see one in the top 8. Because at the Anaheim regionals, it topped, and it has topped also at several other regional events, and even at the Oceania Internationals, it topped. So Turbo Darkrai is definitely going to be there. Will it be as big as a threat as Decidueye GX Vileplume? No, absolutely not. I think that the deck that you should be going in to the Virginia regionals looking at, trying to figure out how you're going to get around, is Decidueye GX Vileplume. I think a lot more players are going to be playing it than Turbo Darkrai, because Decidueye GX Vileplume beats Turbo Darkrai. So those players are going to be countering Turbo Darkrai, and Turbo Darkrai players are just going to be playing Turbo Darkrai just because it's a fantastic deck. But you, who's wanting to do well at the Virginia regionals, who wants to go out there and compete, definitely needs to counter Decidueye GX Vileplume, because I bet you in day 1, you're going to at least run up against one Decidueye GX Vileplume, no matter who you are. Unless you're playing Decidueye GX Vileplume, you're going to run up against one. I bet there'll be hundreds of Decidueye GX Vileplume decks there. So, anyways, that is going to be the end to this video. I want to remind everyone to always keep pursuing your dreams, and if you are going to the Virginia regionals, definitely leave a comment in the comment section below to tell me that you're going to the Virginia regionals. Don't forget, guys, to always subscribe to the channel and leave a like on this video. And if you haven't already, don't forget to never stop battling. And this has been Jay from BroGaming TCG. And don't forget, trainers, to keep on battling.